For this riff class, we're going to look at Too Young to Fall in Love by Mötley Crüe. First thing you need to do is tune your guitar down a whole step, so you're in D standard tuning. From there, you'll be able to listen along to the record or MP3 of this tune or any other Mötley Crüe and play along and pick out the bits and pieces that you find interesting. They seem to always tune to D standard tuning from what I've heard. I'm going to stay very true to this tune in the way that it's played as best I can, do it as accurately as I can, until the end part where there's some guitar overdubbing. For that, I've got some different fingerings that I'm going to show you. And that's included on the clip that I'm going to play right now. 1, all downstrokes on the 7th fret of the D and G, going to the 7th and the 5th of the D and G, and then 2 chugs on the A. So right there we're going to have 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think he starts on an open A. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's going to repeat itself a couple times now. Just play the G. And then we play the F and we do it again. 3, 4. That's a big jump. I'm going to go from here. This is not an easy riff to play, so it might sound simple. You really got to also make sure that you're muting those chugs with a suitable amount of muting. So here's not enough muting. That's not good. Here's too much. So you got to have it somewhere right in the middle, and you just use your ear for the guide for how far to move the blade of your hand down. The open chord, well, these chords, dyads should be ringing. That should ring. This should be partially muted. Not too heavy, but I would say moderately heavily muted, I guess. Okay, so that concludes the chorus, the intro and the chorus. No, it doesn't. We've got the E riff. So it goes. And then it does it again. So. 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. The second time it does that, well, what it'll do after that is repeat this. Repeat that riff again. Then it does the E part again, and it'll. Now we get some upstrokes. So we go down to actually, no, now it goes into the verse. You say our love is like dynamite. That part, we've got this the 7th and the 5th fret of the D and the G strings. Now we go to the F power chord on the 3rd fret of the D. We slide it up to a power chord on the 5th fret of the D, from that F to the G. And then we repeat the same thing. So the verse so far we have 3, 4. It's a little bit syncopated, you'll notice. 1, 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 4. So we're not playing all on the downbeats. Get some accents on the upbeats. The upstrokes kind of make that a little bit easier. They make it easy to get those. Really hit that hard. You can even, you don't want too much of a pinch harmonic, but if you let the thumb graze it a little bit, you get a little brighter sound in there. Now we've got the pre-chorus, which is, for this, you got to keep your thumb over the top so that way you can mute the low string with your thumb, and you want to use the tip of your index finger to mute the A string. So I can Pete Townsend that with windmills, and it's only going to have those 2 strings ringing out. But you don't have to do windmills. You can keep it small, but you still should get the proper muting technique for your left hand. Just should, for some reason, you be moving around in a certain way that makes it so that the A might ring out or some other string might ring out. Make sure that that's covered. Make sure that you can hit all the strings with your pick, and that when you do so, that only the power chord based off the 2nd fret of the D string, that E chord there, is going to ring out. Okay, so the way we're going to play this is, we get some nice muted chugs. Chugging was a really 80s sound. They did that a lot of chugging in 80s metal, hard rock and metal. Now we've got these pull-offs here. Make sure that you can get the pick slide timed properly and come out of it on the right rhythm. It's an important stylistic element to add to your plan. So that'll be a good place for you to practice your pick slides and getting them in time. So, the pre-chorus again. 3, 4. Now when I slide down, I do it for 2 whole beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I do it the Eddie Van Halen style. So I'll slide for 1 beat, and then I'll use my left hand to do an actual slide. Sorry, I'll pick slide for 1 beat. So it'll be 1, 2. So we get a double slide effect. Okay, so that concludes almost everything. One last little bonus is the end. Now, for the end, we've got this line which goes contrapuntal. While the bass goes down, the guitar at the end goes up. on the bass line. So we'll start on the A. And the way to keep the riff going on the top is to so we've got the G and the B string, and I've got my middle finger on the second fret of the G and my pinky on the third fret of the B, and I play. Now I just lift my pinky up and put the first finger on the first fret of the B string. So we go. For the G chord, so we start out with the A. My middle finger on the second fret of the A string, and we're gonna have to do a little finger swapping here. We've got the ring finger on the A on the second fret of the G string, and the pinky on the D, the third fret of the D string, and then we just lift off that pinky to the C on the B string. Let me try that again. 3, 4. 3, 4. For the end of that riff, we just have the G and the B open, and then the G and then the B with the first fret. And then we go up to the third fret, the third finger on the third fret. So now we have to swap the second and the third finger around. So we're playing the same thing with different fingers. And that concludes the lesson for Too Young to Fall in Love by Mötley Crüe. Make sure to focus on the timing. Look for the isolated drum track on YouTube, and you can download that. You can play along with it. You can slow it down and play along with it, and make sure you get the timing and the articulations and accents correct. If you like this video, please click the thumbs up button. If you want to see more videos like it, go ahead and subscribe. If you don't, then don't. If you make a video of yourself playing this and you want me to retweet you on Twitter, upload a video with a hashtag riffclass, and I'll retweet you on Twitter. Thanks for watching.